Fallen San Antonio firefighter Scott Deem's legacy is being honored at a memorial service in Colorado Springs this weekend. His name has been added to a Fallen Firefighters Monument and his family will be recognized.
Eyewitness News reporter Leah Durain shares how preparations are underway for his service tomorrow.
Colorado Springs is buzzing with activity. There are thousands of firefighters in town from across the country and even in Canada. They are putting the final touches together for a solemn and respectful ceremony honoring the lives of 271 of our fallen heroes. From the Alamo City to the Great White North, they came. Firefighters gather at the base of Pikes Peak for a yearly ritual, memorializing fallen heroes. Some have the pain of knowing the fallen. Others bear witness to their bond by brotherhood. The thunder of the drums and melody of the pipes ready the first responders' spirits for the emotional ceremony on Saturday. About 200 firefighters from San Antonio made the trip to Colorado. A couple dozen will participate in the ceremony.
My role will be to present the IAFF flag to the family members. We actually have 20 Honor Guard members here serving in several different capacities.
The mountains bear witness to it all, standing watch over the International Association of Firefighters Fallen Firefighter Memorial. It pays permanent tribute to the memory of almost 8,000 who have died in the last century.
As a firefighter, I think the International Association providing this monument to the National Fallen Firefighters is really a great thing. It gives us hope that we will be remembered.
Now invite our Honor Guard to begin reading the names of our fallen.
Ultimately, what we do want to make sure of is that when we are honoring the individual's name, that it is done with the utmost respect and it's just done right.
The memorial ceremony starts Saturday morning at 11 a.m. Mountain Time, so it will be noon in San Antonio. During that ceremony, family members will be presented with the flag that commemorates the service and sacrifices made by Scott Deem. In Colorado Springs, Leah Durain, KENS 5 Eyewitness News.